Welcome to the Tony Campton School of Wire Sculpture. What I'm going to show you is how to do a small angel, but this angel can be taken in the next step up to over 4 feet, if not taller. But let's start at the beginning. Hopefully you've got yourself some pliers, side cutters, whatever else. You need to make this jig. Now pause here for a while and have a look at it. It's roughly 4 inches tall that end. It's about an inch wide across the bottom, and then it's 4 inches tall at the other end. That dotted line is a hole drilled that is big enough to put a piece of wire through, fence wire. So you'll need to do this. And there it is there. About half a metre of fence wire. Just standard 8 gauge. Now, you don't need to cut this out of a piece of timber. You can quite happily, or flat, you can quite happily do it. Here you can see I've just done it out of a bit of scrap stuff that was laying around. I've drilled my top hole for the wire to go through. I put a screw in the bottom end, which you can just see I've got the light again. Screw in the bottom to hold it with a bit of glue. Put a couple of wedges in. I've only just done it, so there's a bit of tape holding them in place. 24 hours later you can use it. Then I've put 2 screws in the middle. You can see where they're going in, into a plank, so I've got something to hold it. So that's my plank. So that while I'm working, even though we're only going to be working in all of that, we're only going to be working in an area, whoops, about 1.5 inches long. Going to produce a very small angel or a small mermaid, depending on which way you want to go. And we're going to use about 1 inch of that 6-inch space. Now the next thing you're going to need is a swivel. You're going to need to find a fisherman and get the largest swivel you can get off him at this point in time. Okay? That's what you need. Then, because I'm only going to work with you in copper wire, to show you, you can get copper wire anywhere, but clean copper wire, an easy piece of clean copper wire, is electrical cabling that's normally in a house. Find yourself an electrician that's doing a house and just tell him you need 1 metre or 2. Or find yourself the local hardware and go and buy a couple of meters from them. It's very easy to strip. In lesson 2 I'll show you how to strip it quite easily, and I'll show you how to make up the jig for that. I presume you have pliers, I presume you have a drill. It's actually got a drill bit in it at the moment, that one, and I presume you have a saw. It's not a how-to from the very bit, it's how to make the thing. So lesson 2 will be I'll throw some glue in here, just so it's all stuck. Lesson 2 will be how to set up the jig and how we start. If you want to do it finer, there's a lot of fine wire in these. When you open them up, you'll see that there's you can't quite see it there with that, but anyway, there is about 8 fine pieces of copper wire in that. You can, from craft stores or online on the net, you can buy this craft wire. That one's silver. It's so fine, it's gorgeous for this particular job. But there's coloured wires. There's packs I got these packs off the net, eBay to be exact, and I think they were like, for a pack of about 10, they were delivered to the door. I live in Australia and they came from Hong Kong, and I think it was $10 for the pack delivered, so that's nothing. It gives me a bit of extra to play with. But you can use that if you're happy to get one of those. So you work out what you need. There's all your tools. A saw, a drill. You're going to need a pair of pliers or 2, a bit of fence wire, a swivel from a fisherman, and either you cut that out or you make one of those. Either way, that's it for lesson 1, and I'll put the next one together later.